Hey everyone, welcome to our coverage of the 2019 Monkey Island Open presented by Dynamic Discs. On the mic today, you've got myself, Robert McCall. I was playing on this card, and then we've got Anthony Van and Heuvel filming this card.
Yes, sir.
We got some pretty good action today.
Some really solid golf and some really close scores coming into this round here.
Definitely. Yeah, so let's hop into it.
So as we said, Isaiah Esquivel coming in with the lead, and then everyone else one stroke behind yourself. We've got John Jones, not that John Jones, Kevin Free, and then Logan Harpool all tied at 6 under par.
That's right. So hole one, it actually looks a little bit more intimidating than this now because you can see the fence was clear. They've put up some more, I guess, mesh on one side of the fence.
Yeah.
You can't see through it, so it's kind of scary to throw this shot.
Yeah, it's if it wasn't blind before, it's a blind shot.
It's certainly
now.
Blind now. So Isaiah Esquivel, I played with him first round, and he was on one.
Yes.
He was playing the Frisbee.
I think he shot, I think it was 10:30 on the dot.
Yep.
Round one.
Yep. That's a really smooth shot with, that looks like a Lucid Enforcer. Defender.
Yep. Yeah.
That's just past the basket. I'm throwing a Fusion Raider here. Little hyzer flip up to flat is my play. I'd like to push it a little farther right than I did, but that's fine. It's up there somewhere.
So the Raider and Defender are pretty similar discs.
Mm-hmm.
How come you went Raider versus Defender? Because you do bag the Defender, right?
I bag one for 4 hands, but it's a pretty beat up one.
Okay.
I think the Raider is slightly less overstable at the beginning of the flight, and pretty similar at the end. So I don't have to force it over for it to move a little bit right for me, which is really nice.
Okay.
Easy to throw far. So we got, even for scrubs like us.
Yeah.
So we got
us non-Isaiahs.
John Jones hit that early tree that Logan's headed for right now, and that's safe. There's no problem with that. And then Kevin absolutely smashed his over by the bushes on the right side.
Mm-hmm. I think Kevin and Logan both went Ballista Pro.
Yep, that sounds right. This is a good layups for John and Logan. Not much to do here if you hit those trees. It's so far away, it's really hard to get all the way up there.
Yeah. It's the safe play. You can use it kind of like a backboard if you're just playing this hole for a 3.
Right.
If you're running the birdie, you're not going to be super happy that you stalled out, but
yep,
anything over the fence is fine.
And that's low from Isaiah. I want to say we had wind coming off of our left shoulder on the tee, so that was a crosswind for him with a hyzer putt.
There you go.
That's the start I'm looking for. 25-footer. I've got tailwind, so it's a favorable wind for my putt.
Mm-hmm.
Pleased to put that one away.
When you made that, were you thinking stroke on the field?
Nah.
It's not a gimme birdie.
Not really stroke on the field, but yeah, I'm always happy to get hole one. I get it probably less than half the time, so feeling good about that. Everybody else is going to pick up easy threes, so I'm going to hop up there into a share for the lead with Isaiah. Look how he's perplexed.
You could tell by his face.
He's like, "Why did you do that, man?" Come on. Gosh, Isaiah's so good, man. By the way, if you've never heard of the kid before, he's 14 years old.
Yes.
And incredible. He's an incredible disc golfer. So
yeah. Go ahead and check out Dynamic Duel 3, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Where we played at Jones West, and just introduce yourself to Isaiah real quick.
Hole 2, 348. It plays uphill, though you can't really tell from the tee box. So I'm throwing a Fusion getaway here, and that is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that tee shot.
That's a good one.
I don't birdie this one hardly ever, and I got it last round, but with like an 80-footer.
Wow.
So I'm much closer this time.
Considerably easier putt this round.
That's correct.
It says 348. How far do you think it is? A little uphill. How far do you think it actually plays?
Effective distance is probably 380, 390. And it doesn't look that way, but the ceiling and then the subtle uphill kind of force you to throw a low ceiling kind of screamer at it.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it a tunnel shot, but there's the makings of a tunnel kind of split up,
right, lining
your fairway.
Right.
If that makes any sense to anyone.
Right. So John's disc got a little bit high on him. Kevin's got a little bit to the left. And so Logan's, this is a war horse that he said is pretty beat up. And this just gets all the ground action.
So good.
Even more parked. That's the play. If you have that, do that.
I was talking with him after this hole, and he said, man, the unfortunate thing is I'll throw that shot, and people will be like, how do you do that? And he's like, I don't know. I just played baseball for 25 years, and I just pretend I'm throwing a baseball.
That's right. It works very nicely. Couple standard layups for these guys, and another putt for Isaiah. Oh, just low.
Just short again.
That's so hard to run with a hyzer because he does have the wind coming off his right shoulder. That's a great up and down for
really
Kevin. He's going to card his second par. Logan, nice easy birdie. And I'm hoping I do the same. It's almost t-shirt weather. I'm pretty stoked.
Do the same you did now jumping Isaiah.
Yep.
Gaining 2 on him through 2.
Yep.
How does that feel moving into hole 3 here?
I mean, that's the start you're looking for. I mean, obviously you want to birdie every hole that you play, but 1 and 2 aren't gimme birdies. They're good to get. And 3, I think 3 plays even easier than 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is another Raider, and I just let it go too far right. Beat those trees though, and so I've got a 35-ish 40-footer. It's gonna be crosswind with a hyzer putt, so a little tricky putt.
Yeah, and this one you said it plays a little easier. It is a little bit shorter as well, 330 feet, slightly downhill.
Right.
But the low ceiling at the end kind of forces, like, rather than just throwing something 330 feet, you kind of have to disc up and then power down. Yeah. Throw like a high-speed driver like you did with the Raider. Just throw it a little bit lower and a little bit less power.
Yeah, kind of beeline it at it. Logan's flipped over a little bit on him, and Isaiah's is coming in just a little bit left of that tree, and there's those kind of thorny bushes right there you really want to stay out of. There are some putts to be had, but not a lot.
Oh, just a little low.
Yeah.
For John.
Don't know if John's having some
skips.
jitters or just kind of misreleased there.
It was funny. We saw John and Kevin warming up and stuff before the round, getting ready. And we said, hey, are you guys, because we weren't familiar with them, we said, hey, are you guys John and Kevin on the lead cart? And they were like, yeah. And like, oh, you made it. And they're like, well, somehow.
Right.
We don't know how we got here, but we're here.
Nice.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there were a little bit of nerves there.
Right. So Kevin's just about beat that tree, and if it does, he's looking really good. Crosswind putt from me about 40 feet. Just off the right side of the rim. Part of my shirt got untucked there. I think that's what caused me to miss that.
Definitely. If you could redo anything,
I would definitely take that back.
Tuck the shirt in.
Well, this may be foreshadowing, but there's another hole I'd like to redo instead.
Ooh, nice. Really good conversion for Isaiah there.
Yeah, easy jam for him through the bushes.
Slow-mo.
You like that. Yeah, there's that one small spot where the bushes aren't as tall as you. Yes. That's what he found, and he converted. That's a great play.
Did you see his oh, no. Did you see Isaiah's face when you went for that high five there? It was intense.
Yeah,
Were you scared?
He's ready. Yeah. I'm currently scared. So I'm gonna pick up a par there. Logan will do the same. Kevin's gonna do the same. Just yeah, if you don't get a putt at this one, you're a little disappointed. It's not a super difficult hole. And then John with the unfortunate right side putt, he's gonna drop in his 4 there.
Dropping in his 4. Moving into hole 4.
Hole 4.
You and Isaiah now just going back and forth. Kind of, you take one, I'll take one. You take one back. Logan hanging out 1 behind you guys at 7 under. Hole 4, is this one that you're looking? It's 363 feet. It's not quite a tunnel because the tunnel is at the green. It's at the basket.
Right.
Is this one where you're looking to, you got to park this, you got to birdie it? Or are you thinking, give yourself a look? 3 is a fine score.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a look here. I love getting the birdie here, but it's not terrible if you miss it. I threw Fusion Getaway, same sort of line last round, but maybe 5 feet higher, and absolutely put it 15 feet out, like ideal drive, and that was just low. I don't know what the miss was really. I just missed it low.
A little low.
Yep. Logan, that was an explorer for him. He was trying to play a little on the hyzer side. And just flipped it into those bushes. He'll have fun getting out of there, and by fun I mean not much fun getting out of there.
Fun.
Kevin's forehand's short enough that he doesn't have a problem with the Mando. He'll just be pitching up.
I like the forehand play because the green does slope right to left. So if you can get the sidearm there, it'll battle that. But Kevin came up a little bit short. John, wow.
That's a beaut.
Not a little bit short.
That's the
really
play.
Nice.
Yeah, if you can get up over those bushes and just let it kind of fall left. You don't want it to skip too hard. So, here's I don't know if you could call it a pro tip, but what was in my head is ground sloping right to left. Non-pro tip, am tip, whatever it is.
Oh,
Ground sloping right to left. It was open for me to play to the left side of the basket, but I don't really want to try to land something on Anheuser right there. So I just played the easy hyzer to just get it close to the basket. So even if it's the more open shot, that doesn't mean you always have to throw that exact shot.
yeah.
So Isaiah went a little long on his drive that we missed. So he's got 20 feet coming back. And easy 2 for John. I think he threw a T-bird 3 off the tee there. So
Wow.
smooth out over those bushes.
Oh.
And just, I guess, not quite enough commitment from Isaiah. Just kind of let his hand go.
Yeah, he went down to a knee to kind of combat the downhill putt, which I've seen him do before, but just couldn't quite get enough on that one and hit the cage.
Kevin's in for his 3.
Looks like you'll be doing the same.
I would like to collect a 3 as well. Thank you, sir. And Logan out of the bushes. He asked me when he threw that shot. He's like, "Is it bad over there?" I said, "Depends." there's very many bad spots, and there's some that are not too bad at all. So looks like he found one where his arm was free, which is good.
Okay. Well, no, Kevin is free.
Kevin is free. Logan's arm was trying to be like Kevin.
Okay.
Hole 5, 395. You have to land on the left side of this. If you land on the creek or right, your OB going to a drop zone. That's insta-4 at best. This is one of the most intimidating drives on the course. There's trees that on that left side can kick you right so quickly. John's thrown a beautiful drive. I believe this was a TP Giant. And nice skip. That's perfect. To get a 2 on this is awesome, but you don't see it a whole lot. So 3 is awesome. I'm playing for 3. If I get like an outside jumper, fine. Yeah, I'm pleased. I've both rounds did pretty much the exact same thing. Fusion getaway, 80-footer, even behind some trees. I mean, I'm gonna get up and down from there almost all the time.
Oh,
Logan,
there's those trees you were talking about.
Yep, little high, got that bad kick right, and he'll be headed to the drop zone.
Hopefully Kevin can make the adjustment off Logan there.
He didn't, but it's through and it's really good.
I don't think that's what he meant, but the result is fine.
Hey, yeah,
the result is fine.
Anything past those, honestly, anything safe is fine. You can get a 3 from anywhere over here.
Yeah.
Isaiah smoothing out a really beat up Lucid Felon.
Oh,
come on, dude.
That's awful, and he doesn't even get to play it there.
Nope.
He's got to go to the drop zone, right?
Yeah, and that had potential.
Brutal.
That was. I think that had potential to be really close if it had missed that bush.
That looks like that same defender back from hole 1.
Yep. He's left it a little wide.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get up and down from there.
And Logan's showing us the shot here. That's well played. Skipping up over that hill, 15 feet. Pretty routine upshot for Kevin here.
Yeah, like you said, just finish left. There's nothing over there. It's wide open.
Right.
The farther forward and left you can get, the better you are, but anything left is fine.
I'm trying to give this like a half run from a straddle, but with the knowledge that I'm probably not going to make it. Get a little roll, but it's, 20 feet or so. John giving it a nice run as well. I was surprised by that lift.
Yeah.
Man, Isaiah's just short right now. The wind was coming off his left shoulder, and on hyzer that should have dropped.
Yeah.
But it lifted. It was really strange.
It's tough to tell, but it was... You can kind of see on the flag in the background there. It's windier than it looks.
Yeah.
It doesn't look all that windy, but there now you can see the feather flags going.
Yeah. And once you're out to holes 5 and 6, you really start to feel that wind if it is windy out here. I'm fine with the 3 there. The only casualties on the hole are going to be Isaiah's going to pick up a 5 there.
Yeah.
Logan's going to take a 4.
It's really unfortunate for Isaiah to get a 5 after a drive that was, inches away from having a reliable 2 look.
Right.
To unfortunately losing 3 to yourself, who's now got a 2-stroke lead on the card, and then, like I said, 3 on Isaiah. So you got to be feeling pretty good right now.
That's a good start. I'm very pleased with how it's going for sure. Hole 6 is really tough to access. Kind of whichever line you throw at it is tough to access. You can go roller down the middle. You can go kind of cut roller on the outside. You can throw a forehand if you've got it. I've been playing just a straight shot down the middle to try and get a jumper or something. This low ceiling forces you to throw something a little faster than you really like to.
Yeah, and they trimmed some trees on the cut roller angle, so you can throw a big flex, which you almost accidentally did.
Right. Yeah, I missed this about 10 feet right of my intended line and got to a spot that is way better than I usually ever land.
So good.
I was pleased. Yeah, anytime you get lucky out there, you just have to laugh and accept it for sure.
So Kevin taking that sidearm line just a little bit short.
Yeah, but not bad whatsoever.
Logan definitely has the power to get a sidearm there. Is this that same warhorse?
I think so. That's perfect skips.
Wow.
And hitting the tree just behind the basket,
Gosh,
that's clutch.
That's so perfect.
As far as air shots go, that's one of the best ones you're going to see here. This is smooth from Isaiah. Bad kick. Actually puts him in
Really
kind of a
bad
weird
kick.
spot.
Yeah. So you can see the basket there, and you can kind of see Isaiah.
Yeah. I think he threw Felon here, which was a little speedy for the shot he needed. He went a little long. So he's probably 25-ish, but with some branches low in his face.
John just laying that up. Super smart.
And we see the same from Kevin. Giving it like a half run, but he's plenty close enough.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of on this side of this hill, weird footing, but 60 feet wide open. I never get that close on this hole.
Oh.
What's up?
Hey, just do that. Just miss your line. Make a 60-footer.
Yeah, all you got to do is just miss your
Golly.
line, and then you get sweet slow-mos like this. A little bit of a low ceiling on those branches, so I was trying to spin it a little more than normal. Give it a little fist pump.
Did you hit him with a first down?
I did not. I know. I kind of wasted the opportunity.
Oh, no.
Oh, Isaiah just crunched
Just
that past the
airballed it.
basket there. He does not have an
Relaxing
easy
now.
putt. Yeah, I know he's just chilling. Logan,
Really good too
that's
for Logan.
how a 2 should look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As easy as he made it look, it's not. But that's the typical 2 look if there is one.
Right. So Isaiah's going to be in for a 5, unfortunately. Logan and I are taking 2s, and I bet there were less than 6 to 8 2s on this hole all weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't get gotten very much.
No, it doesn't get got.
No.
Some holes get got.
But this isn't one of them.
Does not get got.
Here's a little bit more foreshadowing. Remember me as this before we go to the next few holes. But anyway, whatever. We're on to hole 7. This was our 5K, 10K ace hole during the first round, surrounded by some trees. For the right-handed player, pretty routine hyzer, just kind of aim at that tree that I'm aimed at, but you actually have to move it left toward the basket. And I said that's so bad, and I still feel that way.
Those are not the trees the basket's in, correct?
No. The trees to the left.
These ones that Logan's going to.
Yep. I'm pretty sure he said this was a stiletto, but a really beat up one. And that's a good look.
Yeah, it says 332, but you went Raider. Logan went stiletto. I feel like this plays more like 340, 350. I think it plays a little bit longer than the T sign says.
Right.
Which is, it explains why you're going with higher speed drivers rather than...
Oh,
ooh, goodness.
John, super close.
Wow.
And that would have been so bittersweet to ace this in the round where it's not worth $10,000.
You still get the ace. You still get the ace pot. The ace pot is not $10,000.
And I think that was a Ballista Pro from
Looked
John.
like it, yeah.
Yeah, we're all taking distance drivers here because that wind is coming off our left shoulder, so pretty strong left to right wind here.
A little bit too wide there for Kevin, but he's at least made it to the path. He'll probably have a look from there, depending on where he is relative to those trees.
3 feet left of that, and it skips on the path, and that's a really good shot from Kevin. A little high and short from Isaiah, but he's got a clean look. This is almost identical to where mine landed the first round when it was worth $10,000. Ill-advised. Give a nice run.
Yeah.
I was pleased with that, especially into a headwind.
Isaiah probably, what do you think, 40? Just a little bit low.
Yep. Kevin right around that same distance, maybe a little bit closer. Square in the middle of it, too. He did everything right. Even maybe just followed through a little too much. He's so strong.
So strong.
Swole.
So Isaiah putting in his 3. You also put in your 3. Telling John he's got to wait.
Yeah, John, hold up. It's not your turn
Sorry,
yet.
dude. He's still out.
Let us finish, please.
Still
No,
out,
John, wait.
Wait your turn.
Okay,
Have
now
some
you
respect.
can go.
There you
Okay,
go.
good drive.
Rules to this game.
Yeah.
It's a league game, Smoke.
Yeah, we missed Logan's putt. He was actually very obstructed by that tree between himself and the basket, so his was a bit low. So I'm going to retain that 2-shot lead as we move on to the amphitheater hole, one of our 2 back-to-back island holes here at Monkey Island. 254 feet downhill, basket directly in the center of the amphitheater. It's not there in this shot, but it is in this shot.
Smack dab in the middle.
Yes. We've got a tailwind behind us, and so most everybody's throwing something that's pretty overstable and just letting it finish left, except for John, who's throwing a Nova.
Just straight.
Really floaty. And shout out to Isaiah Esquivel acing this first round with a guard.
Oh.
Pretty sweet.
Okay.
I throw basically a carbon copy of my first round shot, and it hits a little deep of the basket, and that's OB.
There's even a little lip on those rocks, too, you're hoping to catch.
I've seen just numerous people grab those. Logan doesn't need that.
Off the pole?
He's tapping the pole.
All right. Let's see that again.
That's a beaut.
Bonk.
That's a Cenas as well. Afterwards, he said, you know, if you want my Cenas to have words with yours, teach it what to do. I was like, please. At this point, I would accept that.
They can have. Oh no,
that's mean. Like for Kevin, that's
right
just super
edge.
Unfortunate.
Dang it.
One foot farther, and he is super parked.
So here's Isaiah again. Oh gosh.
About rang it up again with that same guard. So Kevin and I are headed to the drop zone, about 50 feet. Not an easy putt, and yeah, just leave it long right.
Yeah, this hole is basically, for most people, you're either going to be riding a 2 because you got it on the island in major putt, or a 4.
Yep.
You missed the island and are probably not making, like you said, that 50-footer slightly uphill.
Yep.
There's John with his 2.
John's going to convert for that. That's pretty nice. Same for Isaiah. Yeah, not many 3s. Most people who make the island make the putt. There is a little lost focus for Robert there.
Robert.
Just a little flustered. I felt like I threw a good shot and just got unlucky, but that's the way disc golf go.
Grip on a forehand is really important. You want the pads to be pushed more on an angle towards the edge of the rim. You want them to have a slight angle to be pushed into the rim that allows you to drive the disc more forward on release.
So like you said, unfortunate little lapse in concentration, we'll call it there. So John and Logan now taking over the lead at 8 under par. You're 1 back of them, moving into the Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. It says 350. I don't think it plays quite as far most of the time. I'm usually throwing a mid-range or something on it, but it's a little windy today, so I think we'll see a few mid-ranges, a few fairway drivers. You have to land within the island to move to the island. If you don't, you go to a drop zone.
Yeah, you can see the drop zone on that path there, right near those signs. It's probably, what do you think, 150 to the pin from the drop zone?
Something like that.
It's a pretty easy up and down, but you really want to put this thing on the island.
Right. John's shot is one of the highest shots that I've seen stay on the island. Logan's shot is just 100% perfect.
That's so good.
You're going to like it.
I think he said that was a Bard.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Isaiah going criminal.
Yep. Special edition, gold, shiny. It's a good shot for
Safe.
Isaiah. I think Kevin went more mid here. I don't remember exactly what it was. And that's sawed off and left, and that did not make the island, so he'll be headed to the drop zone.
Yeah, it looked like that just had a little too much hyzer out of his hand, and just got pushed.
Yep, I'm throwing felon here, lucid felon. And a little bit left, but I'm super fine with that result. 25-ish feet, maybe a little farther away.
Oh, gosh.
It's crazy. The more that you push that right side wall on the drive and from the drop zone, the more parked you are. As long as you land on the left side of it, you're much closer than if you play the left side of the island.
Yes.
So,
but also,
it's scary.
Yes. Much easier to go OB that way. We saw John miss a little high on his putt. Oh, gosh.
As if that ever had a chance to go anywhere but the middle.
Smoothest hyzer putt in the entire world.
Yeah, smooth. Ugh. And I guess I didn't quite follow through. I thought that I did when I was standing there, but now looking at it, I don't think I extended my hand out quite as far as I needed to. So yeah, just a reminder, remember me from hole 6. I'll probably say that a few more times.
6.
So John's dropping in for his 3, and Logan is absolutely super parked. You're going to like that.
Yeah.
I'm super parked, but one extra shot.
Yeah, the unfortunate way to get there.
Yes. So with that, Logan's going to hop out to the lead by himself, 1 ahead of John and 2 ahead of me. Got a few on Isaiah and Kevin.
Moving into hole 9, 310 feet. This is kind of a pick your poison type hole.
Yep.
The basket's pretty much straight in front of you. You can see it. You can throw the straight shot. You can throw a big turnover. You can throw a sidearm. You can throw a hyzer. Logan is going to be showing us the sidearm line, but he's playing to a different basket.
He threw it about 1,000,000 miles past this
Yes.
basket. He said on the box he was thinking, just don't be short. Yep.
Well, mission accomplished.
Mission
buddy.
accomplished, my guy. Little tight for Isaiah. Kicking back to the right.
I felt bad. Isaiah asked me, he's like, hey, what'd you do? Because this was Sunday. I played with Isaiah on Saturday.
Yes.
And he said, hey, what'd you do round 2 when I didn't play with him? I said, well, I tried to go sidearm and I hit that tree right there.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to throw straight
Yes.
into a tree. Okay. Sorry, dude.
John parked it with the compass. I throw an OG truth on a little bit of hyzer, just trying to work it up the middle, and I just pulled it a bit right. Caught that tree.
Kevin taking a little sidearm flex line, which I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Just a little too much turn into those bushes there.
Should be able to get up and down, hopefully.
Isaiah, that's a moonshine justice.
Yeah. Very edge of that bush.
Yes. After that, he goes, well, that was not super overstable.
Yeah. Oh, it looked that way to us.
You know what, Isaiah? We don't all get to throw as hard as you.
So I'm trying to run that from 80-ish because at this point I have no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep up with these guys who are putting their shots close. Kevin, kind of a favorable branch
might
there.
have been a good little kick, yeah.
So from 1,000,000 miles past
Logan
the basket.
from across the street. Looks like he's just laying that one up.
Yeah, it's just fine. No problem there.
Isaiah with a great putt.
Yeah, a nice fist pump too. Like it's good to get your feet back under you once you have a little bit of a struggle to start the round.
Kevin taps in his 3. You also little left side, but
No, that was
corner
right.
pocket.
It was in the
Oh,
middle.
okay. Sorry, it was just the camera angle.
Yeah, it was
then.
the
All right.
camera. Don't worry about it.
Logan also going to be putting in his 3 here.
Logan's putt is a beeline. It's on a rope every time.
Yeah.
Seems like he's just playing confidently right now, just putting him down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a super park job by John. Great shot. I believe he threw opto compass there.
Okay.
A little bit of turn.
Really
and
good
that's how you
choice
draw it
for
up.
that hole. Yeah, just nice and straight. So he is hanging right there with Logan at 9 under, and they've got 2 on yourself sitting at 7 under par.
That's right. And that's going to be it for our front 10, playing 20 holes this day. So front 10. Why don't you join us on the back 10 as we conclude our action for the Monkey Island Open. Thanks for joining, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the Dynamic Dish channel. Ring that bell for notifications. Thanks.